some people say, well, why are you spending so much time pushing this image quality components? Mobile phones are small, it's hard to see. But we see more and more photographers who want to either make prints or make additional art. And quite frankly, for me, I'm a purist. I like to get the very best image quality. But there's another reason, and the next thing I wanted to talk about, if you're okay with it, is I want to talk a little bit about Broomx and like some really cool stuff on how to use VR and 360 content.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, when you mentioned Broomx, I visited them. They are based in Barcelona, and they're
they are.
They not in this building. I think this is the is this the library? I think this is the library. I'm not very good on my geography. It's an important building in Barcelona, but these guys are a little way out, but they are fairly central. And they're relatively young sort of startup company, but they've sold a whole series of what they call their MK360 player. And let me I think it might be worth. I have some video. I think it might be worth taking a look at their promotional video.
Yeah, let's throw a video
for their player. Let's just check.
Now this has audio, right? So this should play back. So we should just be quiet.
Yeah. Let me just get this. Here we go. So let's just get that back. Let's just pause this on there. Let's just fast forward a little bit. 10. Right, so they have created, Broomx essentially have created a product that will beam, project 360 content onto a series of, walls. So you have to be in a room, and it will actually project 360 content onto the walls. And in addition to that, they also have, for things like hotels and different places, they have a bed that will also move. So what they were demonstrating was simulating movement of the sea. So the bed kind of moves, and you got sea all around you, and it was it was an impressive experience. But not only that, I think they called it olfactory. Is it olfactory, where you sense a smell? I think it's called olfactory in ergonomics terms. And it will emit. They have a scent emitter. So when you're bobbing along on the sea, you actually smell the sea as well. So you have the sky, you have the sea all around you, and this projector will. Let's just see if we can get the full. There we go. So you've got the single lens here, and you've got built-in speaker, which I think is this area, and then you've got the tweeter there, and I think it's on a stand as well. You should be able to see. There you go. So there's the MK Player 360. I said 360 Player before. I think it says at the side there, MK Player 360. And this is what Broomx have been working on. So when I went to them, I'll be honest, when I went to them, I thought they were content creators. So I saw there, and I saw their stuff, and I thought, they got a lot of interesting stuff on their site. No, these guys create this product. And what was really interesting for me as a content creator was that it provides a great opportunity. And they were interested in me becoming a content creator for them, not only in 360 video and related, but also ambisonics. And just to talk about ambisonics for a second, just briefly, the definition is if you've ever seen a YouTube video where the audio in 360, as you move around, the audio actually changes to the orientation. So if you're looking at a speaker that's emitting audio on one part of the video, as you move around, that could be a mouse scroll onto YouTube, or it could be you're immersed in the environment, the audio actually changes to make it appear as if sound as if the audio is coming from that item or that object itself. So that's ambisonics, that the kind of movement that goes with immersive experiences of the audio. So it sounds like objects are actually emitting the audio that they would look like they're emitting, if that makes sense. Do you think that's a fair description?
Yeah. No, I think it does make a really good description. The way that I always try to explain it is, if you've ever been to a planetarium or something like a big dome, right? That first order ambisonics, because there's many different layers of ambisonics, right? But first order ambisonics is like pinning the sounds around in that auditorium, and you can tell directionally where they're coming from. So if I'm in a headset and I turn around and move my head, the sound moves with that, so I can still tell where it's coming from. What's interesting for me is ambisonics in a still room, right, is going to be like spatial 3D audio inside the room together with the video. Absolutely. Should sound absolutely amazing.
So these guys are catering for every sense: the visual, the olfactory, and I better make sure I get the right definition there, but the sense of smell, actual movement of items that you may be sitting on, and the audio as well. So literally as you move the video, because as you may have seen on the video, there's an app. So you have an app, and you can actually control what part of the 360 video you're looking at from the app. And that will connect directly.
So you're controlling almost like a touch panel.
Yes.
Where you can, right? It becomes your control interface.
So when you're doing that, as you rotate the video around, also the audio orientation will change as well. And that's where the ambisonics come in. So they are developing audio systems with manufacturers at the moment to do that.
So I can think of so many different amazing things for this. I've been doing some work very on the practical side of things in medical and healthcare, and Alzheimer patients, and being able to de-escalate patients. So imagine if you're in a care facility and one of your residents becomes disoriented or confused or something. You could actually put them back into a familiar space. You could project their old home or the neighborhood they grew up in, or something that would help give comfort to them, and without having to put on a headset, right? Just basically convert their entire room to something. I love this technology. I love the fact that you're involved with it, and hopefully you can keep spending time with us and teaching us more and more about
let you know how
what
things
this
go.
company's doing. Absolutely.
So they were great guys to talk to, and there were several ways that will be, we planned on connecting. Certainly content creation and the ambisonics, and they have a great product. I think I described it as Christmas for content creators, Christmas for 360 content creators. It does provide a different angle. It provides a different sort of use and a different experience for people creating 360 video. So it was great to meet them.
Well, we've talked a lot. We've talked a lot about group viewing. We've talked a lot about not maybe just you and I, but just as an industry, right? What we also refer to as a dome experience, where you can come into a dome and you can do group viewing and stuff. What I really like about this concept is that you can take an individual space and convert it into something without having to go through the cost of, building an entire structure. And if the beamer's bright enough in there, or the bulbs are bright enough and stuff like that, like it's going to just basically dress that entire room in the full spherical world. Should be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I was in that room and I experienced all the different things. I mean, they got ambient lighting as well that goes with it, and that's programmed and reflects what you're actually viewing as well, or assists. I mean, they have PCs. I don't know if you've ever seen a PC or a TV that will, artificial intelligence will light up the background to kind of suit. Also, I think on PCs, the games that you're playing and the environments that you're playing in. So it's, I guess, similar technology. Right. Let me just shut this down. I think I'm gonna. Right. Okay. So that's Broomx. So broomx.com. And yeah, as I say, it was great to meet those guys.
Nice. Well, we can put a link down below here to broomx.com,
Yeah.
and people can learn more about that. Simcoe.co.uk. Make sure you follow what Peter's doing in his work. You know what I really like about working with Peter is that he's willing to share what he's done, kind of his successes, some of his challenges along the way. And having that resource for individuals to learn is so important for our industry. So, you know, my hat's off to you. Well, if I had a hat, at least I still have some hair. It's going away though.
I think, yeah. I don't know if you can have hats in Facebook Spaces, but yeah.
No, but that would be a nice thing to have, right?
Yeah,
have a hat. At least I have glasses. So that's
tell you what you can
that's
do.
helpful.
You could make a